With WWE SummerSlam right around the corner and WWE going on tour, back seeing fans live, we've got some new rumors and a possibility of a main event for SummerSlam. So could we see John Cena, star of Fast 9 and all that nonsense, versus the Tribal Chief himself, Roman Reigns? And how would they get there? We're breaking this down today on the show. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Assemble. I'm Matt. Good to see you and good to have you here on the show. More WWE news coming at you. Chris Van Vliet did an interview with John Cena, and I am pulling this information from there, as well as WrestleTalk. Go check them out, please. John Cena did a lengthy interview with Chris Van Vliet going over his let's say possible return to WWE, and that it is kind of inevitable that we would get there for John to make a return. There's a lot going on right now with WWE in terms of their scheduling, what stars going to appear, revamping the product a lot of the time, mostly Raw. We've got to fix Raw. I just can't do it anymore. You see Raw the other night? The hell. But the one storyline that I'm very curious about, and the development that I'm curious about constantly, is Roman Reigns. Because out of everything that we see for WWE's product, Roman Reigns is maybe arguably the best thing they got going. Surprisingly. I wouldn't say that 4 years ago at all, would I? Would you? And there's been a lot of talk about lining up these big dream matches for Roman over the course of the next year, 2 years. Talking about John Cena, Brock Lesnar, The Rock, and how are we going to get there? Right now, Roman Reigns is feuding with Rey Mysterio. This clearly feels like a stopgap to get him to a much bigger match. We've had him feud with Cesaro. We've seen him go with Rey right now. This seems to be all leading to hopefully a much bigger match they would want to produce for SummerSlam, and to get a lot of buzz going, bringing in John Cena could be the answer to that, and to really draw fans in and get eyeballs back on the product. The quote is pulled from the Chris Van Vliet interview you did with John Cena, and it's sourced at WrestleTalk, and it goes like this. John Cena said, "I very much look forward to wearing jorts again. It's been too long." And Chris replies with, "I mean, it's not a matter of if you're coming back to WWE, it's a matter of when." And Cena says, "You're absolutely correct." Now, considering that Cena could be coming back, it lines up really well right now with a ton of promotion he would be doing for the new Fast 9 movie that he is in. Leading that for the June release, WWE is back on tour, seeing fans for June, going into the summer, and SummerSlam being that big pay-per-view, they're going to want to obviously sell out like crazy and get it onto a level of WWE's WrestleMania like they do in the last couple of years. They always look for that giant marquee match when it's going to be Brock or Goldberg or Cena or whoever. They want to be able to take it up a notch when it comes to SummerSlam. Having Cena versus Roman could be that. And they don't need to do very much here, in my opinion. How do we get there? The way we could get there is that Roman finishes up this feud with Rey Mysterio. He's got the Usos in his corner. All you really need is that you need Roman to come out on SmackDown and just talk about how he has stacked them all. He's beaten legends. He's taken them all down. Rey, Edge, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro. He has taken them all out. There's nobody left for him to fight. Cue John Cena's music. He confronts Roman. And boom, there you have it, and you can set up your match for SummerSlam. This would really have me excited because it is a complete flip of the script based off of when they confronted each other and they had their feud a couple of years ago. Cena was the big over babyface that was exiting. Roman was the overly pushed babyface by Vince and the company, and the fans rejected it. Now we have things flipped around. Roman is an amazing heel right now, and he's a very compelling character with a lot of story and a lot of depth. And you have the part-timer John Cena coming in to have this one-on-one match. This would be massive for Roman because it will springboard and keep pushing him to a higher and higher level until we could get to the possible dream match of The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, maybe in 2 years from now. I don't think you need to do very much to build up this match. You won't be able to get Cena on TV every week, but even doing vignettes, they're going to do promos. Give me a satellite sit down. Give me one time in the ring where they confront each other. Give me that big pull apart. You don't have to do too much here because it's going to sell itself. I would almost wonder if they do a similar scenario where Brock faced Cena years ago, and when Brock made his big return to WWE, he took on John Cena and destroyed him at SummerSlam. It could be really cool if they did something almost exactly the same, where Roman actually just destroys Cena one time in like 10 minutes, 8 minutes, and just annihilates the guy. Cena puts everything over on Roman. Roman gets a lot of good heat out of this, and it could really table set a future match against Roman versus Brock that we could get towards the end of the year or to WrestleMania. But I am excited about this. It's been a while since we've seen Cena in the ring. WWE needs a massive lift with a lot of star power going back on the road. They need to entice fans and really hit that reset button. John Cena is not the solution, but he can be a component and a catalyst to try and springboard everything, get more eyes on the product. It's good promotion for Cena. It's good promotion for WWE, obviously, and they can keep rallying more and more of these stars coming in right as they are getting back on track. Because Raw has been absolutely in the tank lately. They need something. They need that draft. They need a shakeup, and they need to commit to story plans and the executing all of this. If you want to have Cena versus Roman, let it breathe. Give it a lot of time. Even if we all assume that Roman is going to go over in this, as I think he should, it's still a big match that Roman needs to have to get him to next level. And the next level to me would be against Brock Lesnar. Let me know what you all think in the comments below. Would a Cena versus Roman match at SummerSlam excite you? Do you think that this is going to happen? There's a ton of news and speculation around this, but do you think that this would be enough? And do you think it's a good booking decision by WWE if they go down this path? And do you think that it's going to lead to then a Brock Lesnar and then a Rock match leading to Mania in like 2 years from now? Let me know what you all think. That is everything from the news here on Assemble today. I'm Matt. Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed this video all the way through, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel because we are on our way to 3,000 subscribers, which is absolutely bonkers. And thank you all for supporting the show. And as always, thank you all for assembling with us. See ya!